Hey guys, it's mattwandcow here with another episode of Mad Matt's video blog, and as the shirt and tie indicates, it's time for a Sunday sermon. Today at church, something pretty amazing happened. Not amazing for the church, just something amazing that for the rest of the world. What happened was today, our bishop, kind of like our pastor or the guy in charge of the ward, um, was replaced. Now, this wasn't, a bad replaceal. He's been serving as our bishop for 6.5 years, and he's been in the bishopric for a little bit of time as well. And so he's been there for a long time, and he finally got the chance to not have to sit on the stand anymore and go sit with his family, and that was really exciting. And one of his counselors did replace him as the bishop, and like the most impressive thing about it all was that there was no hassle with it. They kept it kind of quiet because people try and make a big deal of it, but they released it. Not released it. They announced it in the meeting. They had all of the people involved speak, give their testimonies and stuff, and there was no big issues with it. It just happened, and that's really how it goes. Part of the benefit of not having a paid ministry, which is, a lot of churches, the pastors make a living off of running their church. We don't do that in our faith. Um, Instead, they're volunteer service. And so, once it's, where do I want to go? And so instead of, like a big gigantic deal about everything, it's not. It just happens. Things move on. And so, while Bishop Veazey and the rest have been, you know, important, I don't know. They've been a big part of everything going on. There's new people there now, and things have changed, and sometimes it's nice to just have different leadership to take things in a different direction. And there was no real effort involved, at least on the part of the ward, in accepting it. It just happens. And that's one of the beautiful things about our faith. There is, in one of the articles of faith, I believe I've mentioned them before, um, we believe in the same organization that existed in the primitive church, namely apostles, prophets, pastors, teachers, evangelists, and so forth. That's not quite exactly what I was talking about today, but we do have all of these people who are called to do certain jobs. I've got a couple of callings myself. One, I'm the Sunday school class president, which means I'm not the one who teaches, but I stand up in front to make sure that we've got people for the prayers, make some announcements, and just get the meeting all started. I am a teacher once a month for the elders quorum. Um, and I'm also a home teacher, but that's a slightly different level of calling. Um, and so those are things that I've entirely volunteered to do, and it's my time, it's my efforts that go into it. And all of the callings in our church are like that. They have people volunteer. And that's just so amazing that we have so many volunteers to run so many different organizations all across the world. And it all runs perfectly smoothly without, well, I won't say perfectly smoothly. I'm sure there's, hiccups here and there in different places. But, it's impressive how well it works when it does. So that's the message that I wanted to share with you today. As you can see, getting to less serious things. There's no Santa hat because it is January. But I did want to get the Sunday sermon out of the way before I go on to doing 2011 review and 2012 exciting, awesome stuff. So all of that will happen tomorrow. And so this is Matt Wandcow saying stay online, and I'll see you next time.